Hello everyone, and welcome back to the long-awaited return of the My Journey series. We'll be starting out volume number 25 today with the track from March 27th of 2025. This is Asguardia, which was made by the Op Sam Breaks and featured Aklavu Kixis. Asguardia is a mixed track that has an author time of 42.241 seconds, and about 350 players have achieved this author medal. Took me about 45 minutes to get this one, and I ended with a time of 42.171 seconds. In my opinion, there were two parts of this track that really prevented it from being as good as it could have been. First of all, the very opening of the track with a plastic downhill in which you can get poor gearing on, not the greatest of ideas. And then the middle jump in this track I always found to be pretty darn awkward, and also fairly easy to get poor landings. The next track we have here is April Foolspeed, which was made by Mercury, and it was the track of the day on April 1st of 2025. Of course, releasing on the 1st, that means we have a lull track here, and about 800 players have the author medal on this one. I got this one rather quickly, taking just 4 minutes, ending with a time of 28.678 seconds. I don't really have much to add here because I'm typically not a huge lull track enjoyer, so I thought this track was fine for what it was. Moving on to the next one here, we have Diplo, which was made by Taco, and it was the track of the day on March 26th of 2025. Diplo is a dirt track, and this one has an author time of 42.885 seconds, and about 1,600 players have achieved that medal. It took me 15 minutes to get this one, and I ended with a time of 42.722 seconds. I really don't have a ton to say about Diplo here. It's a perfectly fine and even good track for what it is, but nothing really stands out to me about this track. Pretty fairly standard dirt track, especially, amongst the plethora of dirt tracks that we have gotten lately. So yeah, thought it was a good track, but really nothing else to add. The next track up here is Trace 2B, which was made by Slow Dodo, and it was the track of the day on March 10th of 2025. Trace 2B is a speed fun track, and the author medal time here comes in at 40.035 seconds, and over 9,500 players have this author medal. It took me just 3 minutes to get this one, and I ended with a time of 38.811 seconds. Really don't have much to say on this one either. The routes could not really be much simpler than it was. There's also a pretty massive cut on this one that I did not go for on this run. Yeah, really not a ton to say here. Very simple, very basic track. Following that, we have Freyr, which was made by the Decent Wizard, and it was the track of the day on March 6th of 2025. Freyr is another dirt track, and over 2,800 players have the author medal on this one, in which that time is 41.713 seconds. Got this one pretty quickly as well, taking just 6 minutes, ending with a time of 41.508 seconds. I thought Freyr was a pretty good track, and it is my second favorite one out of today's video. With that said, however, I did not really enjoy the heavy reliance on no slides throughout this track. You can still get the AT without a majority of them, but I just don't find the no slide mechanic to be all that much fun. The next track we have here is Crazy City, which was made by Escher, and it was the track of the day on February 16th of 2025. Crazy City is a speed tech track, and over 3,200 players have the author medal time on this one. Got this one quickly as well, taking just 6 minutes, finishing with a time of 34.231 seconds. Quite honestly, there's really not a whole lot to say here. The track is very simple, 3 drifts and the track is over before you even know it. It really feels like a throwback to like a 2020 track with how simple and basic this one is, and that's pretty much all there is to it. Moving up to the next track here, we have Dawn of Faith, which was made by Bonies, and it was the track of the day on March 29th of 2025. Dawn of Faith is a mixed track that has an author time of 38.961 seconds, and about 2,300 players have this author medal. It took me 10 minutes to get, and I ended with a time of 38.61 seconds. This is my favorite track from today's video, but I still don't think this is a perfect track by any means. This upcoming jump here always felt like I could very easily overjump it, and throughout the track I just found many of the transitions to be just a little bit unsmooth, but overall thought it was a fairly good track. Next up, we have WWC Gagarin, which was made by Technoway Music and featured Name Not Available, and it was the track of the day on April 8th of 2025. Gagarin is a speed fun track that has an author time of 49.52 seconds, and about 800 players have achieved this author medal. It took me a little while to get, taking 31 minutes, finishing with a time of 49.052 seconds. Overall, I thought this was a solid track, but I feel like the road sections on this one especially could have been a little bit better, or something else maybe in place of them, like a tech part, because as they currently stand, they're kind of just PF nothing parts. So really just didn't add much to the track. The dirt sections were good for what they were, but overall the track, wasn't as good as I thought it could have been. The next track we have here is Undrofi is Real, Let's Try, which was made by Ronfra, and it was the track of the day on April 10th of 2025. This was yet another speed fun track, and about 1,900 players have the author medal time on this one, in which that time is 53.915 seconds. Took me about 14 minutes to get this one, and I ended with a time of 53.287 seconds. Feels like kind of a common theme throughout today's video, but this track just wasn't the most exciting thing in the world, and you can kind of just see the architecture of the track being pretty much the same throughout, just large, sort of wide sweeping turns, back to back, or some straights in between. Pretty much all there is to the track. Certainly not bad by any means. It's just another one where I'm like, it's fine for what it is, but nothing too spectacular about it. And that leaves us with the final track here, Apple Spring, which was made by SMN, and it was the track on the following day, April 11th of 2025. Apple Spring is a tech track that has an author time of 39.928 seconds, and about 400 players have this one, so it's going to be somewhat of a challenge. It took me around an hour and a half to get this one, and I ended with a time of 39.864 seconds. Honestly and unfortunately, I just did not enjoy this track, as I found most of the turns to either be very awkward or also very easy to get no slides on, or the combination of both, leading to a frustrating and a pretty annoying experience. And with that, we will conclude volume number 25 here today, and it will bring my running total of ATs up to 561. As always, if you're interested in driving any of the tracks you saw here today, I will have download links in the description to all of them, and you can also play them in my in-game club called Club Teuty. I also hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, be sure to give it a like and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on any future videos. Thank you all so much for watching, and hope to see you all very soon with volume 27.